Hi friends, in the last part we saw electromagnetic wave propagation through vacuum, right, or free space. Here we are going to look into the electromagnetic wave propagation through lossless, isotropic, linear, dielectric medium. Since it is a dielectric medium, that is there will be no free charges, so rho free will also be 0 and J free will also be equal to 0. It is a lossless media, so we have seen in the previous part that for lossless media, epsilon and mu will be purely real quantities. So for lossless media, and since it is isotropic, that means epsilon and mu will not be dependent on the direction. So the Maxwell's equations are del bar dot d bar is equal to rho free, del bar dot b bar is equal to 0, del bar cross E bar is equal to minus del b bar by del t, and del bar cross H bar is equal to J free bar plus del d bar by del t. Here rho free and J free are 0, so this is 0 and this is also 0. So the equation here will become del bar dot E bar is equal to 0, del bar dot B bar is equal to 0, del bar cross E bar is equal to minus del B bar by del T. This can be nothing but del cross B will be equal to epsilon mu del E bar by del T. So you'll have del bar cross B bar is equal to epsilon mu del E bar by del T. In the previous case, the wave equations were same, but we had epsilon naught and mu naught. Here, since it is a medium, we are having epsilon and mu. So there epsilon naught changed to epsilon and mu naught changed to mu. All the other three equations are exactly similar. So the velocity will be equal to, which we saw before was 1 by root of epsilon naught mu naught, right? Here for this case we'll have, this was for vacuum. For this case the velocity will be 1 by root of epsilon and mu. But epsilon and mu are related to epsilon naught and mu naught as epsilon r is equal to epsilon upon epsilon naught and mu r is equal to mu upon mu naught. Put those values here and we will have 1 by root of epsilon will be epsilon r into epsilon naught, mu will be mu r into mu naught. 1 by root of epsilon naught mu naught is c divided by epsilon r mu r. So the velocity in this case will be equal to c divided by root of epsilon r mu r, which is nothing but c by n. N is known as the refractive index of the medium, so where n is equal to root of epsilon r mu r. If the question says that it is a non-magnetic medium or it does not give the value of mu r, then in that case we will take mu r is equal to 1. And we also know velocity is now also E by B. What about the electromagnetic energy density now? UEM here will be epsilon by 2 E squared plus 1 by 2 mu B squared. That is, instead of epsilon naught and mu naught, we just have epsilon and mu because of our medium, not vacuum. Then the Poynting vector. Poynting vector S will be 1 by, instead of mu naught, we will have mu E bar cross B bar. Poynting vector can also be written as epsilon c by n E squared, or it can also be written as c by n mu B squared, or it can be written as c by n UEM. There the formula was just c mu em, right? Here the velocity c changes to v, which is c by n. So wherever you had velocity there, here we will have c by n here. And as before, the intensity will be the average of the Poynting vector. And then the pressure. For perfectly absorbing surface, the pressure will be I by V, and for perfectly reflecting surface, the pressure will be I by 2V. and the wave impedance where there we saw was z is equal to root of mu naught upon epsilon naught. Here it will become z is equal to root of mu divided by epsilon. Let's look at some problems now. Consider the propagation of electromagnetic waves in a linear, homogeneous, isotropic medium with electric permittivity as epsilon and magnetic permeability as mu. Now for a plane wave of angular frequency omega and wave vector k propagating in the medium, Maxwell's equations reduce to what in terms of k? We have found the Maxwell's equations in terms of k for vacuum. What about here? They will be the same thing. First, for vacuum what we had was k bar dot E bar is equal to 0, k bar dot B bar is equal to 0, and then we had B bar is equal to k bar cross E bar divided by omega, and we had E bar is equal to minus k bar dot B bar divided by epsilon naught mu naught into omega. Here we will have for a medium the Maxwell's equations in terms of k will be k bar dot E bar is equal to 0, k bar dot B bar is equal to 0, B bar is equal to k bar cross E bar divided by omega, and E bar is equal to minus k bar cross B bar divided by epsilon mu omega. That's it. The only difference again was instead of epsilon naught we had epsilon, and mu naught we have mu. That's it. The second question is, given that the electric field of a uniform plane wave propagating in a dielectric non-conducting medium is given by E bar is equal to 10 cos 6 pi into 10 raised to 7 t minus 0.4 pi z x hat, unit of the electric field is volt per meter. We have to find the phase velocity of the wave. We know the formulas of phase velocity and group velocity, right? Phase velocity is omega by k and group velocity is d omega by dk. So the phase velocity is omega by k. What is omega and what is k? It is nothing but cos kx minus omega t. So omega is this term, k is this term. So omega will be 6 pi, this is omega and this is k. 6 pi into 10 raised to 7 divided by k, that is 0.4 pi, that z is this direction, right? So pi and pi will get cancelled. 6 by 4 is 1.5 into 10 raised to 7, 10 raised to minus 1, 10 raised to 8. Velocity meter per second. Phase velocity is 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. That's it. We'll stop here. In the next part, we will look into electromagnetic wave propagating through conducting medium. Peace be upon you.